So here's a weird video. I was thinking, I've got a lot of these ideas for different fighting games, and I had ideas for a Xenoblade series fighting game, and I just wanted to talk about it and see what everybody thought. Now, first up, I was everything that I thought of initially was for a 1v1 fighting game. So there are some specific mechanics from the Xeno series that I can't really think of a way to put into the game. So, sorry. I was thinking maybe you could put stuff like the party gauge and like all out attacks. The fucking party attacks or whatever they're called. Chain attacks. Yeah. You could put chain attacks in like a single player mode where you can pick 3 characters and have a, like a little team. So let's get to the universal mechanics. Light, medium, heavy buttons. Mash the light button for an auto attack. You get it? Because it's like an auto combo in most fighting games, but like it's called the auto attack because it's the auto attack in fucking the game. But yeah, so you can chain your light, medium, and your heavy together, kind of like in Guilty Gear or pretty much any anime fighter. There's not going to be a run in this game, like in, say, Guilty Gear or the King of Fighters. There's going to be like a Street Fighter, like short dash, like a kind of thing, instead of like a full-on run. Pretty simple. You can cancel your special moves into your supers. In some games, specifically anime games, you can't really do this, which I find really strange. But in this game, you could. There will be a blowback/dead angle for half of your super meter. What that means is, when you're getting hit and you're blocking, you can snap back at somebody. Here's one of the only, universal Xenoblade mechanics that I put into the game that I could even think of for, a 1v1 game. The driver combo. If you know what a driver combo is, you start with break, you affect an enemy with break, then you hit them with topple, which then you can hit them with launch, and you hit them with smash. Well, in this game, we're going to assume everybody has break already. So, counter hit sweeps or certain other moves will topple the character. This will be like a hard knockdown, so you can't hop back up immediately from it. Then you can use an OTG, which is just like a normal kind of thing, or if you have a move with a launch property, it'll launch. Launch in this fighting game will be an extended air state, like fixed height, while OTGs from other moves can send characters at different heights and pop them up differently. A launch will keep them in a very specific area and for a little bit as they spin around, like in the Xenoblade games. Then, you can just attack them, or you could use a attack with the smash property. Smash will be unscaled combo damage. What this means is, despite you doing, say, a very long combo and having a heavily scaled damage, all moves with smash property, when used after a launch or on a character with launch, will do unscaled damage. And if you finish a round with a smash, a bunch of items will come out of the opponent, just like in the games. Let's get to the unique mechanics. So, since this is a Xenoblade series fighting game, these characters will have unique mechanics based on which games they appear in. As a disclaimer, I have actually never played a single Xenoblade game, so I had to look up a lot of the battle mechanics for these games to try and fit something unique for each series. Every Xenoblade 1 character will have a unique talent art that can be used once per round. These are buffs and debuffs for your character and the opponent. No one else in the fighting game will have buffs and debuffs. For Xenoblade 2, you have limited special cancelable specials. So what I mean by that is you can use a rolling smash into a anchor shot, but you can't use rolling smash after the anchor shot. And you can only use like one special move per special cancel per combo. When a Xenoblade 2 character has a blade, they will have an affinity thread. Characters with blades will have that blade following them in the background. Stay near them and the visible thread between them will become yellow. When yellow, all blade attacks will be faster, allowing you to follow up with characters' normal weapons and not the junk weapons. What I mean by this is all blade attacks that use the character's weapon will replace the main character's weapon with a junk weapon. So instead of Rex using the Aegis sword, he would use the junk sword. And we would make specific designs for junk type weapons for the cast that will be with blades. These junk weapons would not do very much damage at all, like chip damage. Xenoblade X characters will have the overdrive system. The overdrive system will be a second meter above the super meter. It'll be the TP meter from that game. I had an idea for how this would work originally before I even knew what the overdrive meter was and what any of this was. And it was when you fill up your TP meter, you can go into overdrive, and it'll work like King of Fighters 13 Neomax, which will be a sort of timer that will allow you to unlimited special cancel your special moves. So you can just keep going and going and going. Unlike in Xenoblade 2 characters, where it's like a limited, you can only use one anchor shot per combo, for Xenoblade X characters, when overdrive is active, they can use a special move as many times as they want, as well as canceling that special move into the EX version of it. You can use EX moves by spending some of the TP meter. Now we're onto the Xenoblade 3 characters, which I feel like may be a little overpowered because of their particular combat mechanics. I was a little shocked to find out that Xenoblade 3 kind of mixes Xenoblade 1 and 2's special mechanics into one game, and also that there are quite a bit of mechanics in Xenoblade 3 that I cannot figure out how to put into a fighting game and how they would work. So I'm gonna do my best here, and if this sounds fucked up, just tell me. Xenoblade 3 characters can cancel their specials into other specific special moves. This sort of works like DNF Duel, where, as an example, Troubleshooter can do his uppercut into a swig of whiskey, but he cannot do uppercut into sword bomb, and he cannot do sword bomb into uppercut. Every character will have a class skill. Class skills will be universal on all characters of that class. To simplify it, there will be 3 specific classes. Attacker, who will gain meter by moving towards the opponent, kind of how Guilty Gear works with its tension gauge. Defender will take less damage the lower health that they have, sort of like the Guts system in Guilty Gear. And healers will heal chip damage when not moving. What this means is when you attack them on block, they will have gray life. This can be recovered by not moving. Next, Xenoblade 3 characters will have master skills, basically EX attacks, but they're whole different moves, wholly different special moves, like in DNF Duel. You can cancel your normal moves into these master skills that they cannot be canceled into super moves. And finally, the Ouroboros form. At 30% health, all Xenoblade 3 characters can use all of their super meter to turn into their big, like, mech forms. Unlike in the actual game, they can still take damage. They're not going to be completely invincible. And this only lasts for as many super stocks that you have stocked up. It'll be a specific time limit, basically. And once that's over, once you use all of your meters, you won't have any super meter anymore. It'll just be gone for the rest of the match. Now, like I said, I haven't really played the games, so I don't really know a lot of the characters, so I can't tell you specifics, like real specifics, but spoilers ahead for character in this game. For Xenoblade 1, obviously the entire playable party is going to be in it. Got Shulk, Sharla, Dunban, Ryan, Ricky, Fiora will be playable, normal, and Mecha Fiora. They'll have completely different movesets. Zanza will be playable in his Shulk clone form. Xenoblade 2's cast is massive because of the addition of blades. So obviously there's going to be the main cast, Rex, Nia, both her normal form and her blade form will be separate movesets and characters. There will be blades on their own without a master, a driver. There will be all of Torna, as well as some of the characters from Torna the Golden Country, and the villains, obviously. Elma and all of the named characters that aren't the player character from Xenoblade X, as well as the player character, both male and female versions. Just like the default looks, I guess. Sort of like Robin in Smash Brothers. And then everyone from Xenoblade 3. And whatever other weirdos show up in that game. Now, I was also thinking about adding some guest characters from Xenogears and Xenosaga. That all depends on how easy they are to put into the game, and, specifically if Square Enix will even allow Xenogears characters to show up. That's pretty much it. Tell me what you think in the comments. What are characters you think should be in the game? And what are cool things that you think would be cool in this? I'd like to hear it. Thanks for watching.